So, the class is going on a field trip. A very fun field trip. They get to go to the beach. Well, they get to go all around town during school hours, taking a look at everything, but they have to write down 5 things they saw. If they don't, and they can't be obvious objects, they take notes. Instantly, the whole class takes all their notes that they need because they don't want to, like, just go the entire day doing it. They want to get it done quick and then easy so they can explore. Throughout the day, they have ice cream, playing games, until nighttime arrives. They're in a forest because they're circling around, looking around. Out of nowhere, a tall, shadowy figure appears. He's got a giant mask on, and he's wearing a suit. He's wearing a black mask, and he looks insane. And he goes, "No, no, no, no." Everyone is so frightened, saying, "No, no, no, not him. It had any other villain besides him." They yell that it's the 5th strongest villain, all in. As you know, I'm trying to base this off of All for One. I'm trying to make a super strong villain. And he says, "There's no way we can fight against him." They try and run the other way, but he appears right in front of them. They go, "Damn it!" Adrian goes, "Damn it! There's nothing we can do. We have to fight." Even when he takes a step forward, he's instantly blitzed by him and kicked straight into a tree. He goes, "Damn it!" Then they try and get out of the forest to get to more places. They get into a rocky mountainary place. They try and fight him, but nothing's doing anything against him. Then Adrian goes for a quick strike to the stomach, but then he's kicked so hard in the face that he goes, "Ah!" And then, of course, like any other one, oh my god, I don't know why I have to look at the sheet to look at all the characters. Then Remy would come in for a lightning strike, but it doesn't do anything. He just absorbs the attack and punches it straight back. He says, "Pathetic hero, pathetic swordsman, I can do better than you." He says, "Hey, young boy, young." And they're trying to do stuff, but they really can't. When Akane goes for a quick power strong punch, and they're not carrying their blades with them, remember, goes for a punch, it does clash with them, and it actually crushes the ground below them. He goes, "Nice try, young Akane." Then punches her in the face into a wall. All of them fall down, saying that this is not enough. They all try their best to get up, but it's not working. He does an even stronger attack that wrecks them, going, "Ah!" And they're doing a lot. But then Adrian starts to absorb some of the attacks. He goes, "What the? I'm absorbing some of these?" Then a giant meteor falls on him, which full of energy. He absorbs too much of it and goes, "Ah!" A giant fire tornado swirls around him. He goes, "Ah! Ah!" Screaming because it actually hurts. He goes, then his eyes are glowing blue. He goes, "Ah!" He says, "This power, huh?" He restored going, "Ah!" We need appropriate music for this, so, yeah. Give me a sec. charging up his power all the way. Then in full force, then he pulls off his like outer sweater part of the uniform, and now it's just like a suit and tie, and it's just wearing a white like bowing shirt with with some pants, and then a tie still. He goes with a fire tornado around him. He goes punching him, breaking his arm almost. He goes. Then he goes, what was it like, it's like, I'm not sure which character it was, I think it was like Goku, when he was like rushing somebody, and then he was getting in the rhythm with their attacks, and then he was losing the clash at first, but then he kept going faster and faster. You know what, we need some Ultra Instinct music for this. Yep. Trying to attack him. He's doing a lot more than he used to, going throwing punch after punch. Some of them actually connecting, going barraging him. But then he decides to say, "Young Christian," and pulls out his own strong blade and stabs him right through the chest. He goes he's like he goes and he's stabbed super hard, like he cannot do anything else. It's like Sasuke when he died, except he's in complete shock. Like Sasuke was, he goes and then he goes bleh. Then he throws him on the ground saying, "Waste of time." Says, "I already killed one, I don't feel like trying to kill the rest," and walks away. He says, "Be lucky that I spared your life." The next day, no one arrives into class. He says, "Where are they?" They're not there for that entire day. Then they start to file a missing report for 10 children. Then the next day for school, they're all carrying each other on each other's, like holding onto each other, walking into the classroom. They go, "Hello, Mr. Johnson." He goes, "What happened to you guys? Where were you?" He says, "We were attacked by the number 5 villain. And we quickly need to go to the nurse's office." Where is it again? We couldn't remember because of how much damage we were dealt to. He takes them straight over. Okay, that wouldn't happen. They wouldn't be able to get up still. They're still laying down, and swordsmen would go over them, saying, "Oh no!" They take them to the hospital instantly, calling all their parents and like relatives, calling the people who are on their contacts. They all arrive. And yeah, everyone's awake except for Adrian. While his heartbeat thing keeps on going beep, 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 beep. Slowly beeping. He says, they say, "What happened to him?" Akane says, "He was impaled by a sword." So he goes, "Oh my!" While Yukie is waiting for him to finally try and wake up. But then she looks at its wound and it's like sealing up. It's going He says, what is going on? Remy says, the power of the doctor's medicine. They go, that's amazing. A couple hours later, Adrian finally wakes up while everyone else is already dispatched from the hospital. He's finally woken, saying, what happened? All of his classmates are there saying that Alex says, you got impaled by a sword. He goes, then how the heck am I still alive? Remy says, it just missed your heart. It missed all vital organs, but cut right through you. He goes, geez, I must have been like that one. I must have been like meat on a stick. Like, he says that in his head. He goes, imagine that. He goes, we have to see. I knew we weren't even strong enough. We're not even close to being good enough. We're not even gonna get close in the Tokyo Nationals. He says, we have to train even harder. We don't know how stronger they're gonna be. Even if UA has the, even if, it's like UA, even if, Tokyo High still has the best reputation, doesn't mean it has the strongest students. There's still students with there's still schools with much stronger students. He says, also, what was that power? Misaki says, what was that power? It was like blue fire tornado swirling around you and it was boosting your power. And that guy couldn't touch you. Because when he did, he got his hand burnt. He goes, I don't know, I was knocked out. I didn't really know. He says, you weren't in control? Then was someone else controlling you? They don't know at all. Then they get back to class the next day. Everyone healed. And everyone, and I mean everyone in the school is refrained and has heard the incident, and they're all refrained from, if there's any bullies in the school, are refrained from punching Adrian or like attacking him in the middle of his chest, because that's where the wound is and they don't want to tell. He says, but it's gone, completely gone. Like, honestly, I don't know how it's already gone. Okay, fine, they don't say that. He goes, well, I feel much, much better. He says, hope you're feeling better, class. We have to get back to our training sessions because you guys need to be stronger. Because we win the prize of $100,000. Our school wins wins $100,000. Now I'm gonna say it's $1 million. They win $1 million if their school wins. And it's a first year, and they want to be and if they rise up in the ranks, the classes, every week by week, this class is ranking higher than every other one, skyrocketing. It's like gas, 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 you know the meme, except it's the class rising up in the ranks. They're going, gas, 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 I wanna be there. Until they're about 5 months from then, I'm gonna say it's about May. It's about May. And yeah, they've ranked up to the 15th. There's like 150 classes in this entire building. It's huge. And they're in the top 50. Mr. John says, I am proud of you all. You've all learned so much. You've already gone to the top 50. They say, yes. He says, if we can reach to the top, there is gonna be the class at the top of the schools will go and fight. Right now, we're not gonna make it, but I have a surprise for you all at the end of the school year. They're all happy. They go and start to train a lot, going, And about a month later, when it hits June and it's the final day of school, he says he's announcing that they're going to be having summer camp training at other schools because they're offering to train with them. And they instantly agreed, and their class is going to be the class that's training with them because he knows one of the teachers. One of the teachers is actually his brother. And his class is in the top 15. And they're going to be doing non-stop sparring. And they're going to be there for about 2 weeks. They pack everything they need, and then they get ready. And then they get on the bus. He goes, "Oh, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why do we have to go?" He says, "Why do we have to come so early?" Mr. Johnson says, "Well, we kinda had to, because if we didn't, then other schools would have gotten there." He says, "Well, if we came later, then we're not actually supposed to be there." But only the principal knows that. Only the principal and one teacher knows that we're there. Other teachers might think we're suspicious, so we have to get there early. When they get there early, instantly they all sit down and they see the other team of the other class. He says, "So this is the one kid in the class on the other side says, so this is the famous Class A that was attacked by the fifth strongest villain." He says, "These guys seem pretty good, but they don't stand a chance against us." With such a big ego, the whole class doesn't like them. They say, "And we have the queen of our class. The queen is in our class and is in their class. She has a time stop ability. If she slashes, she can stop time, and she can walk around. And it's hard. And she's unstoppable. She's actually called the ace of the school. I'm gonna call her Yukie. No, it's literally the sister. No, the sister's Yuki. Her name is Ryuki, okay? Akane Ryuki is that, and Ryuki and Riki, I don't know the sister's name anymore, I don't even want to pay attention to this, and they have to face, Mr. Johnson's brother says, "How about this? Your kids versus the strongest in our school, our ace." He says, "Alright, we'll try that out." He says, "No swords. She can still use time stop even if it is. It's like their own superpower." He says, "My class too." He says, Christian says, I don't even know why I call the Swordsman Academy. They basically just have their own powers. He says, "But your guys are going to learn how to use them outside of your weapons, because it's much easier to use them on weapons, and after about 3 days of training with them, they can finally at least use some of their abilities outside of their swords. So they don't use them a lot, which is bad, because they might get rusty. Also, Adrian can't use his sword since his was freaking cut in half." He says, "So then the match starts. So then it's really time for them to face the ace of the entire school." He goes, "Here we go," and then jumps forward. And then, give me a sec. The ace says, promisingly, you guys prepare to get wrecked first year Tokyo losers. And she's pretty egoistic. Then when she says that, everyone else is shocked, is scared, except for Adrian. He goes, he says, what's with that laugh? He says, oh, nothing. That's literally just me playing a video, literally. He goes, wow, you were scared of that? He goes, well, you are pretty egoistic. And then they say start. Adrian blasts forward with his blue fire, going, then charging it up, then creating like a ramp thing, trying to hit her. She stops time and goes, move down. He goes, spitting, like how Bakugo does it sometimes. He goes, he sent back instantly, sent to a wall. He goes, and rips himself out, but then she appears right in front of him and punches him, but he gets out of the way. He goes, fire orb, then creates a fire orb and shoots it out, going and hitting her, but it doesn't do a lot. Then Akane would come in, going, dark matter sphere, and hit her, but it wouldn't do a lot. Also, Christian goes, Takebushi! Then they all go for a fire beam, going, ah! And the whole class is trying to pitch in. Misaki goes, water dragon power! Destroying trying to hit through the time skip, but it doesn't do anything. He goes, then the whole class starts to get beaten down and destroyed. Then his eyes flare again, and then the fire tornado appears. He goes, ah! Everyone in the class and everyone finally witnesses it. He goes, ah! Hold on, I think we need the Ultra Instinct roar for this. Here we go. Absolutely destroying her, but then she stops time and tries to do it, but then a crack appears and he cracks through the time skip, going, ah! He says, that power's insane. He goes, move down. He goes, there's only one way to finish this. He goes, ah! He says, Johnson, I think you're gonna have to get your student under control. He might kill her. He says, no, we have to trust in them. Then he goes, Johnson, your student's insanely strong. He says, that's Adrian for you. He goes, ah! All the students from class A from their school go, no way, he's so strong. He's even breaking through the top student in our school. He goes, move down, move down. Trying to break through her guard, going, and that's it for this part.